present a beautiful diagram of plant versus animal cell. So in this diagram I have mentioned some of the labeled with green, those which are exceptional with the red labels in animal cells, and these are some labeled which are common in both plants and animals. So have a look. Let's take a look on this diagram comparing plant and animal cell. This is plant cell, this is animal cell. Plant cell, animal cell both have cell membrane. They are responsible for, they act as a guard and performing guarding system mechanism, and they are actually responsible for taking in and moving out of some essential molecules from in and out to the cell environment. Internal environment and external environment movement of cell is entirely responsible of cell membrane. Nucleus, which is again I did mention earlier to my previous slide, nucleus is said to be the head office of particular cell. They have genetic material, they have proper control. Without their control no other activities in the cell can go on. So these act as a head office. Nucleus, which contain genetic material responsible for creation of new cells and replication and production of protein through ribosomes and all other vital function performed by nucleus. Nucleolus is inert to the nucleus. There is present a dense black global structure, and that have entire genetic material captured and secured, just like a safe at our house. So just like a safe, they captured and secured, safeguard the genetic material within nucleus. These fiber-like structure attached to the external to the nuclear membrane said to be smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Farther to the smooth endoplasmic reticulum there reside rough endoplasmic reticulum. They said to be rough because on their surface ribosomes are present, and they their tendency is to create a rough surface of endoplasmic reticulum. They reside over endoplasmic reticulum. These ribosomes mainly reside over endoplasmic reticulum, making them rough endoplasmic reticulum, and their main function is to generate proteins. Ribosomes, they are protein factory. Do you know ribosomes are said to be protein factory? They generate proteins. Vacuoles, which are common in both plants and animals. The only difference is plant cell, they have large air sac like shape vacuole. Their main function is to maintain the osmotic pressure within the plant body, and their main function is to maintain this shape and size of the plant. In animals, vacuoles are present in more than one, and their size are not that much big as compared with the plant. They are present in animal cells in smaller size. Mitochondria, which is a vital and said to be the powerhouse of the cell. They give power. How did they give power? Power means they create ATP, the energy currency within the cell, and they act as a powerhouse. They generate power by supplying huge amount of ATP, and they are the ATP creator, and thus they generate power. That's why they are said to be powerhouse of the cell. Golgi complex, they are help in packaging in factories after performing vital function by other units. Ultimately we saw that packaging took place safely in a secured packets. Proteins are packed within the cell, and those functions are performed by Golgi apparatus. Each of these organelles which I am talking about in this slide, I am going to discuss all of their structure and functional activities in my next video. This is chloroplast, which is responsible. This organelle is green in color, and it's responsible for imparting green pigment to plant, and that's why leaves are green in color. These are only present in plant, and they are the vital part of manufacturing, food manufacturing unit. They are said to be food manufacturing unit, and they're responsible in activity performing in photosynthesis. Cell wall, which is hard, rigid in structure, only present in plants, not in animals. Why it is so? Why cell wall is present in plant, why not in animal? Since plants are stationary, they are not locomotory organisms. They are stationary, they still stand in one place. They with in order to fight with external environment, for example natural calamities like wind blowing and rain, in order to protect their structure, cell wall is present outer to the plant cells, which are made up of primary, secondary, hard layers. I'm going to discuss all these structure again and again. I'm going to discuss all these organelles and parts of the cell in details with their structure and function to my next video. So don't forget to visit my next video as well, students. Cell wall, that's why it is present only in plant, not in animal. Hence animals have tendency that they can locomote from one place to another. So, and another thing is plasmodesmata. Plasmodesmata are within cell wall. The channels created, which are hollow channels, they are responsible for transport of vital food molecules into the plant cell and removing of excess of waste material out of the plant cell. That exchange mechanism that entirely took place within plasmodesmata. Talking about animal, getting back to animal cells once again, centrioles, which are responsible for giving shape to the cell, maintaining entire structure of the animal cell. These are centrioles. I'm going to discuss all each and every parts of centrioles in my next video, so don't forget to see that video as well. Lysosome, it is said to be suicidal bag, students. Suicidal bag, it's said to be suicidal bag because these are responsible for sometime if cell unable to perform its function well, so lysosome have some chemical inside its bag, and its bag like structure, it release its lytic enzyme, and which lies the cell and destroy the entire cell as its own, as is said to be suicidal bag, in order to avoid massive accumulation of dead cells. So when cell unable to perform and come at its end towards its apoptosis, that is the cell death stage, lysosome release its chemical, and it responsible for lysing the cell, and it swallow the entire cell by its own, and hence it's said to be suicidal bag. Centrosome, which is responsible, which is present at both the ends. See, it is present in here and here. So these top north pole and south pole cell centrosome, they are responsible for before parent cell divided into daughter cell, these centrosome, they move apart from each other and creating a fissure at the center, and hence they are responsible for division of cell. During division of cell, these centrosome move apart and creating a fissure at the center and help in division of entire parent cell into two daughter cells with equal halves of nucleus genetic material within them. So these are certain organelles which I have told you. Some of the organelles are common in both plants and animal, while few of them are different in different cells. Animal cells, they have chloroplast, cell wall, plasmodesmata, while they are not present in animal cell. Plant cells, they have chloroplast, cell wall and plasmodesmata, while they are absent in animal cell, but still animal cell have some other features like lysosome, centrosome, which are absent in plant cell. So these are the basic diagram. If you are asked in the exam that please present if you are asked in exam, explain the diagram of animal and plant cell with their distinguished feature, you can present this entire diagram. Here I mentioned some of my slides with no label. These are, if we need to brush up our entire video, these outer layer is said to be cell wall. This is a plant cell. Inner to this whole air sac, large vacuoles responsible for osmotic regulation and maintaining the cell shape. Blue line, this is inner to the cell wall, said to be cell membrane, responsible, act as a guard and responsible for in and out of the material to the cell. And this is said to be ribosome, protein factory. And this is said to be cytoplasm, that gives shelter to the cell organisms. These green pigments with grana sticks materials and said to be chloroplast, responsible for giving chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is a pigment is present in chloroplast, responsible for giving green color to the leaves of the plants and help in manufacturing of food within photosynthesis mechanism. This black dense material act as a safe of DNA genetic materials is known as nucleolus. This pink purple plant is known as nucleoplasm. Just like cytoplasm which is present within the cell, nucleoplasm is also gel-like structure which is present within the nucleus. This is known as nuclear membrane that maintain the shape of nucleus. And this is known as endoplasmic reticulum. This is known as rough endoplasmic reticulum. This is known as smooth endoplasmic reticulum with no ribosome present on its surface. But rough endoplasmic reticulum, this is known as this particular thing is known as Golgi complex that help in packaging of protein molecules before it send it and out before it send protein molecules safely in and out of the cell. Here it is animal cell, so I want you to level this cell properly as your practice paper, and if you feel any doubt you can get back to me and put some comment down below to my video so that I can help you again with the slide. Now if we talk about shape of the cells as per their shape they are categorized into different categories. They are said to be smooth muscle cells, ovum, epithelial cell, nerve cells, fat cell, RBCs, spirogyra, sperm, amoeba, bacteria. These are different types of cells with different shape. Let us talk about these. Epithelial cells, they are formed. These are epithelial cells. Epithelial cell look like this, and these cells that form line, they are outer lining of the body, and they form the cavities in the body, and also they line the cavities of the bodies and also cover the flat surface. They have hair thread-like structures, hair-like structure known as ciliated cells, and they are mucus, generally mucated material, so help in mucus transport. These are goblet cells down below, and these are said to be connective tissues. Smooth muscles are kind of cell with a shape like this, and the smooth muscle is involuntary non-striated muscles. Fat cells, these are adipocyte cells. They are responsible, they are known as lipocytes or the fat cells. Fat deposition takes place in this kind of cells. They look like, and they are responsible for the cells that primarily composed of adipose tissue just beneath to our skin. If you hold on your skin, you will find a thick layer beneath your skin, and they are composed of adipose tissues. Adipose tissues are made up of fat cells and specialized in storing energy as fat. Whenever your body lacking energy, and these fats, they converted themselves into energy and act as an emergency energy currency, emergency bag, and they release they convert their stored fat into energy and provide energy to your body. Ovum, which is in Latin word said to be ova, and they are mainly egg cell. So they are haploid in number. Haploid means they have single set of genetic material. As I mentioned previously to my previous video, that genetic material is defined as n. N number of chromosome is present in genetic material, so it defined as n. If it is in n single set of genetic material, only one set of genetic material with particular DNA. For example, if 100 DNA present in a nucleus, so otherwise it is too many in number. But if simplify the word, what is haploid? Haploid is single set of genetic material. If a cell contain nucleus with 100 DNA, that 100 DNA is single set. If it present 200, that means 100 into 100, two sets are present. So each set, if I give this set as name, each set is said to be n into n, and then they create two sets of genetic material, that is diploid, 2n. If it contain only single set, that is 100, it is said to be genetic material in haploid stage. So haploid genetic material, haploid female reproductive cell, and is said to be ovum. So ovum contains single set of DNA. When it merge with egg also when it merge with sperm, when egg merge with sperm, both egg and sperm have single set of DNA, and they create 2n, that means diploid organism, which contain two sets of genetic material. Nerve cell is a neuron, and it is said to be, is also known as neuron or nerve cells, and it is electrically excitable cell that generate process that is responsible in response to stimuli, that process and transport information by electrical and chemical signals. Next come RBCs, red blood cells, also referred to as erythrocytes. Students, erythrocyte or RBC, they are most common type of blood cells, and the vertebrates organism's principal means of delivery oxygen is to body tissue via the blood flow through the circulatory system. These tiny cells, they are responsible for capturing oxygen. The moment you inhale, your body take in oxygen. These blood cells present within your blood flow, they take these oxygen, and they're responsible for giving energy, and they are said to be a carrier of oxygen. They act as a vector of oxygen. Bacteria are large domain. They are single celled, made up of only single cell. They are so known as, they are enucleated, as I described earlier. They are enucleated without any nucleus, hence they are known as prokaryotic microorganism. Plant cell, they are the basic structure and functional in all the plants, made up of cells. All those plant cells are variously modified in structure and function, and they have many common features, and the most distinctive feature of the plant cell is they have rigid cell wall, which is absent in animal cells. Because these plant cells are stationary, non-locomotive, they have to maintain their cell structure. They need to be rigid by themselves. They're responsible cell wall which give rigidity to the cell plant cells, and it is absolutely absent in animal cell. If we talk about our last type of cell, that is animal cell, they are typically of the eukaryotic cell enclosed by plasma membrane and containing a membrane bounded nucleus, and they have membrane bounded organelles with specific membrane outside, maintaining their shape. They have particular membrane outside their organelle and said to be membrane bounded. Those organelles which have membrane outside their cell, they are outside their new organelles, maintaining their shape, they are said to be membrane bounded organelles. Those organelles are said to be membrane bounded. So nucleus and organelles are membrane bounded. Unlike the eukaryotic cells of plants and fungi, animal cells do not have cell wall. So student, until now in this my video, as you I hope you are aware of the basic structure and functional unit, that is the cell, and how they perform their activity differently. We will discuss in my next video while discussing the basic structure and function of each and every nuclear bounded nucleus and cell organelles. Until now you get to know aware of the different categories of the cell. So this is all about my video until now, and proceeding to my next video, I will show you in my next video what all organ parts of the cells that are responsible for performing entire activity of the cell, and how cell coordinate all with all these organelles, and how these cell organelles are in combined with their each and every organelles. They combine their function all together to perform basic function of the living organism, and they are responsible for giving proper amount of energy to the human body, and hence responsible for maintaining the cell mechanism of the and hence the cell able to perform its entire activity, entire life processes. So at last but not the least,